You know, when I think back, I know God has given me many chances to be great. And it will always be like a fork in the road. Like, okay, here's an opportunity for you, but I'm going to also pose an opportunity that will benefit someone else. And it will be selfish on their part to take from you. But you have to learn to decipher when it's your time and when it's time for somebody else, and you need to be there for them. So most of the times I used to choose for somebody else because I figured, nobody had did that for me. So let me choose someone else and put them first, because if I do that, then of course the next logical thing is that they do that for me, right? Wrong. So then I would wind up putting someone before myself and missing out on great opportunities. And I remember when 106 in Park was out, and this is telling my age, and this was right before everything fell apart. Nobody knew that everything was going to fall apart. I had a co-worker whose sister worked there, and I used to make t-shirts. I've done a lot of different things. So I used to make t-shirts for my clothing line. And I remember talking to him about it, and he was like, oh, well, my sister works there. She can get you on to meet Free and AJ, right? So I was like, oh, shoot, this is great. So, I was ready. I had the shirts ready for them. And at the time, I was doing a Rock Your Block series, which, I see people doing now. It's not in the same capacity, but it's the same idea. So what I would do is I would take pictures of street signs, and then I will put your street sign on your shirt, and I will put Rock Your Block, right? So I had the shirts ready, was ready to go. He told me when to go. I actually emailed with the lady and everything. I was ready to be on the show. She was going to put me front and center and have me give the shirts to Free and AJ. At the time, I was in a relationship. Something happened to that person, and let's just say that I had to make a choice between going to Free and AJ, which was a 99% thing, where I would have been on TV, and people would have saw the shirts, and if they wanted to order, they would have been able to order from me, or go and take care of this grown person who should be able to take care of themselves. The choice I made was to go and take care of that grown person. Like, I'd say it wasn't even like the next day or two. Like, I explained to the gentleman what happened. I even emailed the lady. She never responded. I don't blame her. But I didn't know at the time that 106 in Park was about to fall through. Free and AJ was done. They weren't on the show anymore. Just everything just happened so sudden. And that taught me, I said, if I ever get a chance at something again, I am not going to miss out on it. It has to be something that, is like really, really detrimental and really important, because what I gave up that chance for was not important. It was not important. And the person that I put first in that instance did not put me first. So, I just felt stupid. I really, really did. And I'm sharing today because I know it's other people out there doing that same thing. You put others first, and then you get upset with them because you put them first, and now you missed out on stuff. No, that's your fault. That's your dumbass fault. Sorry to say it like that, but that's your fault. You have to learn, okay? This is not talking about your kids need you. They're sick. This is not talking about your husband or your spouse needs you. It's not the same thing. Okay? You know what I mean, and you can decipher and determine when you need to put yourself first. That's it. Point blank, period. So, I learned from that experience, and, I moved on. And now I get to share it to hopefully help somebody else. But at the end of the day, that won't be happening again, and it hasn't happened again. And the best part about it is now God continuously gives me opportunities, and I feel like I can just see things so much clearer and so much better, because now I know, like, I got to be there. I got to have this on point. I got to be ready. So people who are playing games telling me, yeah, they're going to be a part of something, and they change their mind, or they're flaking, that I don't have time for. You know what I mean? I understand emergencies happen, don't get me wrong. But I also understand when somebody does not value what you're doing for them. So that's why I'm setting up things now, like basically standard operating procedures in my business. So that way, if I'm giving people opportunities, they're not wasting my time because they see the value in what I'm doing. And they know if I'm choosing them to give them an opportunity, it'll be worth their time.